Grand Rising Soul Fam. My name is Sheena with the Way of Namaste. And this is our community prayer circle. So, this is just a moment that we come together. We just sort of marinate in the day's frequency. We share a little attunement, a little guided meditation. We close with a little prayer. And we just come together for this Soulful Sunday. So, as we are just getting started, I invite us to create sacred space, however that looks. I'm going to go ahead and get my candle lit here. Just getting the glow, the Sagittarius season, the fire sign of Sagittarius. I got fiery hair. I've got a lot of Sagittarius in my chart. I love this time of year. I love the wonder and the magic of this time of year. I think around Christmas time, it's just a reminder of the wonder of the childlike spirit. So, just bringing that energy forward today. And just inviting us, if it feels in alignment, to create sacred space, whatever that looks like for you. Just beginning to become aware of your breath, just allowing yourself the moment to arrive here. Today, I'd love to share something really exciting that I've been working on. This is a 300-page book. As you know, I don't do anything with shortcuts. So, full color book. This is called Alchemy of I Love You, A Journey Through the Heart's Infinite Grace. And here, what I've really done is I've synthesized my memoir and my life experience and coincide them or brought them along the ride with a few different technologies like the gene keys and the gene key 22 specifically, which is the divine expression of grace. And if anybody has read the gene keys or even just this chapter 22, it's a pretty extensive chapter. And in this chapter, it talks about the seven sacred flames and these rites of initiation that we all experience in our human development. And so this book is really my personal experience of transmuting, healing my chakras, activating the portals and awakening the sacred flames and portals of these spaces of grace, and then going through the 9 rites of planetary initiations. And so, what I really wanted to do is I wanted to share my story, but through the alchemical journey of transmuting trauma into celebration and joy and bliss. And I also wanted to share these rites of initiation that we all experience as humans, but without the dogma attached to them. So there's going to be some words in there that you might be familiar with from church and from different religions, like baptism and matrimony and annunciation and glorification and sanctification and communion. And my shares, my personal testimonies of these are sharing how I've experienced these rites and rituals outside of the institution of a church. And so it just gives us a little roadmap for those of us that want to experience and have language to articulate the human development and the curriculum that we will all experience, but bringing them just outside of a religious context. For each chapter, I include a sacred alchemy page, which has a crystal, a song, sound healing, an herbal ally. I've also coincided each of my stories with a major arcana card from the tarot deck, from the hero's journey, seeing our story as part of the collective story. There's also an embodiment ritual, which is, as simple as visualizing and breath work and mantras. And there's also devotional chants and songs that you can learn and sing with. So it's been such a joy and a pleasure to be sharing this in communion with others. So last week, we just completed about 6 months, almost 6 months of sharing this in a weekly circle. And so each of these prayers have literally been prayed in community. So each one of these prayers with a little glyph on there was activated into a sigil as we all shared our voices. So these prayers were infused by the collective. There's also a love letter that infuses an herbal ally. So, whether or not you ingest this tea or this tonic or this potion of an herbal ally, it's there for you, right embedded into the pages. So, I'm going to be publishing this book. We just went through our last round of edits to be able to hold it tangibly. And we should be getting the published version of it, hopefully in the next week or so, depending on what this holiday traffic is going to be like for KDP Publishing. And then we will have it available for purchase. So still a little bit in the waiting game, but really, really excited to share this physical copy that has been a year in the making, really like 10 years in the making. So I just had to come on while we are in the gene key this week of patience, the divine expression of timelessness, to share what's been taking up so much of my time this year, which has been the production, the writing, the editing, and the sharing of this book. So we're going to give it a couple more minutes to see if anybody wants to join us today. But what I thought I'd do is pull a little oracle card from the Mother Mary deck. So on these calls, what we do is we close the doors at 11:10 and we enter a moment of silence at 11:11 for about 60 seconds. During this portal of silence, this is an invitation for you to bask in this timelessness field. Also, a place invitation to share your gratitude, something that you're grateful for, something that you're celebrating, or just allowing any images, messages, sensations to just arrive within you. Maybe this is a moment you haven't quieted down for a while. So maybe this is a time that your counsel just wants to share with you. So I'm just going to go ahead and see from the Mother Mary deck what card wants to be shared with us today. Loving this. Number 6, Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries. So there she is there. So right now, I pulled from the Mother Mary because we've got Sun in Sagittarius today, and we've got the Moon in Cancer. So Cancer, I always think of the mama bear of the zodiac. So Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries. Let's just get a brief overview of what she wants to share with us. I have many names and faces, but behind those names and faces, I am your loving mother always. I come to you in light and darkness, through joy and even, my beloved, through loss and tragedy. I am always your loving mother. I'm seeking you, reaching for you, calling you to me. If you know this, then great peace and spiritual power will be yours, and you can assist me in enlightening this world from fear and distrust into a place of compassion and divine radiance unveiled. Remember me always. I am your loving mother always. We love that. So there is the card again, Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries. So today we just get to enter our little dark cocoon for a moment of stillness, of silence, of reflection, to allow her to speak through us to us. So this week, according to the Gene Keys, we are in the shadow of impatience, the gift of patience, and the city or the divine expression of timelessness. So feels kind of funny to be watching the time as we go into our 1111 portal, but that's the paradox of truth. As within, so without. As much as time exists for us in this sequential reality, in this fabric of reality that we've all co-created, it simultaneously allows us to relinquish our attachment to time, remembering that this shadow of impatience, this is really our fear of time running out. This is our fear that we're not in the right rhythm, that things have come out of balance for us. So the fear of not being in the place that we hoped that we would be by some false metric and belief that we've set upon ourselves. So here, as we come into this 1111 portal, just invitation to come to a field of silence. Let's take one more deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. I'm just going to give us the invitation here, if it feels in alignment, to drop into a meditation. So you may like to soften your gaze or close down your eyes, unless you're operating machinery, driving a car, and that's inaccessible for you. But if you are able to drop into this field of timelessness, it might feel really juicy and nurturing to just allow yourself to let go. Just closing down the eyes, softening the muscles of your face, and just beginning to arrive here. Let's just go ahead and take some gentle breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just allowing the soft, unhurried breath through the inhales, especially through the exhales. Just allowing your whole body to begin to soften, feeling your shoulders melting back and down, allowing your belly to become soft here. And just noticing if you're clenching in the jaw or any of the brow bones, and just allowing them to soften. Let's take another deep breath in through the nose. And as we exhale out the mouth, I invite you to imagine stepping out of this whole world of clocks and into this world of rhythm, of magic and wonder. And as you inhale, just feeling yourself opening up to this new field of wonder, of rhythm. It starts with the beating of your chest. As you exhale, just feel what it feels like to arrive in this field. With your eyes softened or gently closed, just invitation to bring your awareness right into the heart chakra, this emerald space in the center of your chest. And begin to feel your heart like a drum beat, the tick tock of your heartbeat beating to the rhythm of the primordial drum. This steady, ancient, and familiar beat, biologically, rhythmically in tune with your body. And just acknowledging this as the original rhythm, the one life gave you before you entered the world of clocks and time and labels, and even names. And on this next breath, go ahead and bring your awareness to your belly space, this cauldron of digestion, this place of integration. To the feminine, you might like to imagine your womb space here. And just beginning to see, sense, feel, or imagine the gentle tide of your breath as it goes right into this cauldron. Feeling the rising and the falling like tides reaching the shoreline. An invitation to go ahead and acknowledge that inner child, that one that lives in the space of be here now. And just begin to feel the shared rhythm of your now moment, breathing in harmony with this inner child from within you, like two souls breathing as one. Just acknowledging, inviting in this temple of creation from within you. And alongside this inner child, just breathing into this sacred drum, breathing out into this quiet ocean. On your next inhale, I'd like you to imagine a soft golden light just above your head. This is the fire of Sagittarius, the zodiac that we're currently navigating in. And feeling it as warm, expansive, visionary, just allowing this golden light to trickle down from your crown, illuminating your mind, your ajna, your third eye, and just beginning to soften any thoughts that appear to be racing, the to-do list, the checklists, just clearing away all of that noise of urgency. And here, just invitation to allow the mind to become spacious and allow time to begin to slow. With the next exhale, I invite you to feel a cool silver light beginning to rise from the waters beneath you. Maybe this light feels blue or aquamarine, and the colors of the ocean that you can see in your third eye. And imagining this as this moonlit light of Cancer, the moon that we have today. Just allowing for a moment this water to rise up through your belly, through your rib cage, through the spaciousness of your heart. And just feel how it feels as it purifies and cleanses your emotional body. And just taking a moment to allow it to soothe any of the places within that have felt hurried or have felt pressured or have felt any of the fear around time, time running out, not having enough time, not being where you thought you were going to be, just allowing the cool waters of this blue Cancer moonlit realm to wash that all away. And here we see, sense, feel, or imagine this golden fire from above and this silver blue water from below. And notice how you here have become the bridge between them, between the space of heaven and earth. And on this next breath in this meditative landscape, I invite you to imagine there's a door that opens right before you. This ancient, glowing door that offers this gentle light. This is the door to timelessness. So whenever you feel ready, go ahead and step on through. And as you do, everything here becomes quiet. The air feels a little bit softer. The light feels a little bit warmer. Here, there's no rush. There's no deadline. There's no pressure to be anywhere but exactly where you are. Here in this field of timelessness, there's no past to fix. There's no future to fear. There's only the living presence of this now moment. I invite you just to feel the wholeness of this space, the completion, the radiance. And as you take maybe the deepest breath that you've taken all day long, in through the nose and out through the mouth, I invite you just to allow your whole body to rest in this space of spaciousness. Here in this timeless realm, you realize that there's nothing that's late. There's nothing that's missing. There's nothing that's wrong. Just feel what it feels like to know that you are exactly where you are meant to be. And just take a moment to allow this recognition to be felt in every single cell of your body. Like this sweet nectar. Allow it to fill the spaces within you. And allow this field of spaciousness, of timelessness, to become this new place of wonder, this field of truth. You may sense, feel, or imagine again this inner child from within you. And feel how peaceful they feel when they get to float in this infinite now with you. Notice how deeply they trust in life with you. Allow them to teach you the purity of patience and invite them to remind you how the universe operates without any sense of hurriedness, how everything just unfolds in its own magical rhythm and its own divine time. Just taking a moment to rest in this timeless sanctuary, held safe, unpressured, unbothered. We'll just stay here for a few breaths. Just being, just receiving, just resting in this field of timelessness. I invite you to imagine a golden orb of light becoming apparent for you in this realm. It feels like a pearl of patience, something that you can hold on to, and something that you can bring back with you. And just taking this little orb of light and holding it at your heart. I invite you to allow it to infuse your entire nervous system with ease and trust and divine timing. Let's take another slow breath in and a soft breath out. Just allowing this little pearl of light to dissolve into every cell of your being. And whenever you feel ready, just beginning to drop back inside your body now, feeling again yourself being breathed, adding some gentle movement to your fingers, to your toes, just arriving back here, knowing that this timelessness stays with you, even as you return to the room that you're in. And when you feel ready on your next inhale, you may slowly open your eyes, carrying this eternal now into your body and this gift of patience into your heart. And we're going to go ahead and close with a little prayer now. So if you like to return to the meditative landscape, please do. Entering again this field of timelessness with your eyes softened or gently closed. Beloved ones, we gather here in the eternal now, where the sun in Sagittarius widens our vision and the moon in Cancer allows us to draw close to the pulse of our own becoming. We call upon this holy current of timelessness, this pathway from impatience to patience, from patience to timelessness, to open within each and every one of us like a quiet dawn. O source of all rhythm, teach us to step out of the ticking world and into the breathing world. Allow us always to feel your presence, not as a schedule to meet, but as a pulse that we can trust. May we all learn to release the myth that we are late, or the fear that somehow we are behind. Let us release this illusion that life is passing us by. And let us remember that our souls move not by clocks and in calendars, but by tides and breaths. Today, may this patience become our sanctuary. May silence become our teacher. May stillness become our strength. And may we discover the beauty of what happens when we stop rushing the mystery and instead embrace it. For in this sacred womb of timelessness, all things are already whole, already unfolding, already held in the perfect intelligence of life. Bless us now with the courage to surrender our timelines, to soften our grip, to breathe more slowly and deeply and fully, to live from this spacious center where eternity meets with this now moment. And may this prayer circle become a lighthouse of calm for everyone who enters it. This reminder that we too are part of this divine rhythm. So it is, and so it ever shall be. Taking another deep breath in through the nose. And out. During this week, can we be patient with ourselves, patient with one another? In North America, we're in the middle of winter now. We're seeing the season of decay, of decomposition, of integration. And alongside it, we have the hustle and the bustle of the holiday season. A very paradoxical situation. In this, there is a program that runs that we need to hurry along, that we need to get everything done, that we need to be at every Christmas party, every cocktail event, every celebration that's going on around us. And can we just release the calendars for now? Unbind from the schedules and just trust ourselves to show up exactly where we feel in alignment to show up. Not carry the pressure that we have to be everywhere, showing up for everyone. And as we honor this gift of patience with ourselves, can we also honor it for others? Can we be more patient on the road this month? That everyone is in a hurry to get somewhere. Can we be more patient when we're out doing our shopping, whether it's at the supermarket or the malls? Maybe even sensing or feeling the exhaustion of the cashiers and the sales associates as they're engaging in the busiest time of their year. Can we offer them our patience as a testament of love in action? Just being a little bit more kind and compassion. If we end up in lines, just trusting everyone's doing the best that they can with the tools that they have. Can we give each other the benefit of the doubt that we're showing up in the best way that we can be? Even if sometimes feels like maybe you would show up in a different way, can you release the judgment? recognizing that a lot of people are tired. A lot of people are burnt out. A lot of people are still operating on their Gregorian calendar that says that this is the end of the year. That Gemini full moon that we had was the last full moon of the year. And some people are already rushing their resolutions and their to-do lists of the new year, new you they want to be next month. And can we honor everyone's divine time? If that feels true for them, then so be it. Maybe it doesn't feel true for you, but we can still accept it in others. If we feel ourselves feeling impatient this week, can we come back to our breath? Can we ask ourselves, where am I in fear right now? This scarcity of time, or this fear that we're not going to see somebody. We're not going to have enough time to spend with somebody. And instead of being succumbed by that fear, can we learn how to make quality time with people? Stretching out our time into the field of timelessness by creating more quality to each moment. Children are amazing at showing us this field of timelessness. They're not fretting about the future or full of anxiety about the past. They're here now. And part of the magic of them being here now is to remind us how to be in that space with them. So I know that it can be challenging sometimes to be patient with our children. We just want to get things done. We want to get out the door. We've got things to do. But we can maybe just slow down this season and trust that we'll get there exactly when we're meant to get there. And when we can create these pauses, maybe we can find that they are the most magical spaces of the day. These little pockets where we're not rushing off to do something outside of where we are. So this week, I just send you so much love. Richard Rudd says in his contemplation that patience is the vanguard of love. Patience is the vanguard of love. How patient we can be with someone is a loving act demonstrating how much we can love others. So may we do that. May we try to do that. May we see how that goes, even if it feels like a stretch goal for ourselves. Just allowing ourselves divine time rather than the clocks and the calendars and the schedules and the to-do lists. Sending you so much love. As always, namaste. Let's go ahead and just bring some energy between our hands now, and we'll close by sharing this energy with one another. On the count of 3, just blasting it out into the space and receiving this energy from one another. 1, 2, 3. Let us receive this energy that we've so freely given back into ourselves, back into our bodies, and receiving this gift, this precious resource, energy, this resource, this life force energy, the most precious resource that we have. Thank you for sharing it with me. Thank you for receiving it from me. Thank you for giving it so generously into the space. I'll see you next week. Namaste.